What do you guys think about getting older? This is always something that I kind of struggled with. Sort of dwelled upon the idea of getting older, and it's not even like I'm old. I might have a little beard growing in, but it's not like I'm old. I'm getting older though. And I don't know, it's like every birthday now, I'm not excited for my birthday at all. So I'm curious, what do you think about getting older? What's your experience like with it? What are your thoughts on it? When's the last time a YouTube video created a sense of like community with an idea? I'm genuinely curious. If you guys want to comment just your experience, people will read your comments, I'll read your comments, and maybe we can find some common ground here with this idea of getting older, because man, it's been on my mind a little bit, and I don't know, it's like we kind of just wish we could stay at a certain point in our life, like, you know, our teenager years or whatever your dream year was, whatever your favorite year was, you could just live in forever. Maybe it's because of a lack of responsibility. Maybe it's because you just had a great time with your friends. You were all together. Like, you know, high school, for example, is the only time in your life where you really have that foundation of people around you, all your friends, you're going to parties, you're experiencing kind of like adulthood in a way for the first time with your friends. You're discovering new things about life. You're discovering new things about yourself. You're discovering different sides of human interaction. And it's a really special moment in life. And I'm moving around right now because I'm walking my dog, but I don't know, getting older is a weird thing. And I'm not old, but you know, I'm at a point where I'm starting to pick up a lot on more responsibilities, and you know, I'm moving forward with my life, and I don't necessarily think that's like a bad thing. I don't, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm at this point right now where I wish I wasn't doing all that. I wish that wasn't where I'm at, because in a way I am kind of excited about what my adulthood is going to bring, but in a way I'm kind of scared to move on from that. But I've already kind of moved on from that. Like, I already have adult responsibilities, but you know, I can't help but just kind of think back on when life was sort of more relaxed, more chill. You know, we didn't have to worry about all this stuff. And I honestly think social media plays a big part of this. You know, we're more stimulated than ever, and we also just waste more time than ever. I think that's such a major thing, is that as you get older, you don't spend as much time doing what you like, doing what you love, like you did when you were younger. You know, everything was kind of fun, because you didn't have like actual adult responsibilities. You were just kind of chilling all the time. And I think part of the reason that, you know, you can't help but dwell in the past about when you were younger is because as you get older, and as you start to get more and more pushed into society and societal norms, getting a 9-to-5 job that you might hate, all of that, I could go on that forever. Your dreams start to get pushed further and further away from you. And then you think back and you're like, oh, I should have done that back then, or I could have done that back then. Or like, oh, is this what life is, working this bad job? And like, wherever you are at your life, you can't help but think about that. And you know, that's just how life is set up, that you kind of, if you don't go after your dreams just get further and further away. And then you're all of a sudden this adult with all these adult obligations, and you're not doing anything that sparks that kid in you again. You know, you need to do the things that will bring that kid out in you again. But you know, as much as I do things that I love, as much as I do the things that I'm passionate about, you know, you can't fully bring that kid back in you again. But maybe that's because you're just not a kid anymore, you know? But that kid's always inside of you, and you need to be able to stimulate that part of you by doing the things you like. But man, growing up is a weird thing, because I feel like your age also just never really matches what age you're at mentally. I was talking with a friend of mine I asked, what do you think about getting older? Like, what are your thoughts on it? And he told me that I hate it. Like, I hate it. I have no idea what I want to do with my life, and I feel like my time is ticking. And I was like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. He's like, yeah, it sucks. I told him, I'm like, you got to try a bunch of stuff. You got to try and do a bunch of stuff. Like, look, we're still young. Everybody is still young. There's always time for you to try new things. And I think part of the reason that growing up is so hard is because we're not doing the thing that we want to do. That's exactly what it is. If we were all living life to the fullest and we were all doing our thing, then like we would have no problem with it. So that's why you got to just focus on what you want to do. That's why you just got to try and find what you love to do. That's just what you got to do. You got to try and find it. Even if you don't know what it is, that's what you got to do. You told me like, oh, I don't know. I'm stuck right now. And it's like, try to do it while you're young. You're still young, my friend. You're still young, I promise you. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Man, it's always something I'm going to struggle with, I feel. It's always something I'm going to struggle with because it's like, look, growing up, we don't even want to get old in the first place. We want to stay young and beautiful forever. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this subject in the comments. I could kind of go on this topic forever. Yeah, something I'm passionate about. Look at my dog, bro. His dick is just fully out. Buddy, what are you doing? Anyway, yeah, let me know. Let's create some discussion in the comments. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited about your future. You know, I try to be excited about mine. Life's better when you're doing your thing. Trust me on that. So, yeah, peace and love.